Hello everyone, this is my fourth video. So in my previous video, we have seen how to solve a system of linear equation by using Martin's rule or matrix method. Now in this video, we will learn the condition for consistency of a system of linear equations. But before that, we will learn the geometrical interpretation of system of linear equations and its solution. So we have two equations, linear equations a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. Now both the equations are on the same plane and this is called Cartesian plane. Now these two equations have unique solution if both the equations are non-parallel. That is, they will intersect at a unique point P. Let us suppose the coordinate of the point P be alpha comma beta. Then the solution of the above two equation will be x equals to alpha and y equals to beta. Now in this regard, I want to tell you that if two linear equations are non-parallel, then that doesn't mean that they will have unique solution. They have to be on the same plane. Suppose there are two lines, these two are the lines. If they are on the same plane, if they are not parallel, then they must have unique point of intersection. But if they are on the different plane like this, they are not parallel, but still they don't have any point of intersection. Hence, they don't have any solutions. So for a linear equation, they have to be non-parallel and they have to be on the same plane, then only they will have unique solution. Therefore, the solution of two linear equations means the point of intersection of the lines represented by the equations. Now the question is, how many point of intersections these two equations have? So from this diagram we can see there is no point of intersections. These two lines are parallel. So that means it has no unique solution. In fact, it has no solution. So therefore these two equations will be inconsistent. That means if two linear equations have no solution, it is called inconsistent equation. So these two lines have no solutions because they are parallel. Now we can merge the lines like this. Suppose if a line is just on the other line, then it has infinitely many solutions. Then in that case, though both the lines are parallel, but the equation will be consistent. It has infinitely many solutions. But in this parallel case, they have no solutions. So we have learned that if a system of linear equations have some solution, it may be unique solution, it may be infinitely many solutions, then the system is called consistent. And if the system has no solution, then it is called inconsistent equations. So in my previous video, we have learned that the solution of this equation is given by this. Now if determinant of A is not equals to 0, then the system has unique solution. But if determinant of A equals to 0, then can we say that the system is inconsistent? No. There are two conditions. The first condition is if adjoint A into B becomes a null matrix. That means a matrix of the form this. So in that case, the solution X, the matrix X will become like this. Now 0 by 0 is indeterminate. It is not undefined. We know that we call that 0 by 0 is undefined, but 0 by 0 is basically indeterminate. We cannot find the value, what will be the actual value. So therefore we cannot find what will be the exact solution of X. So in that case, the system will be consistent and it will be having infinitely many solutions. Now the second condition is if adjoint A into B is not equals to the null matrix. That is, if the matrix is of the form this, where at least one of the elements A1, A2 and so on An will be non-zero, then the solution matrix X will become 1 by 0 into A1, A2 dot 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 An. So therefore here at least one element should be undefined. So in that case there will be no solution because we are getting undefined case. Therefore the system has no solution and it is an inconsistent case. Now let's see this example. Here one system of linear equation is given. Now we need to show that it is inconsistent. Now this one is the matrix form of the above equation. Here we can see the determinant of this coefficient matrix is coming 0. Since the determinant is coming 0, then there are two cases. Either it have infinitely many solutions or it has no solution. Now to check that, we need to multiply the adjoint of this coefficient matrix with the constant matrix. Let us find out the adjoint of the coefficient matrix. So the adjoint of the above matrix will be this. Now if we multiply the coefficient matrix with the adjoint matrix, so we are getting 6 and minus 2, which is not a null matrix. So therefore this system of linear equation is inconsistent. But if I replace this 8 by 10, let's see what happened then. Now in that case, if I multiply the adjoint of the coefficient matrix with the new constant matrix, then it is coming 0, 0. That is the null matrix. So in that case, that system has infinitely many solutions. In fact, we can see that x plus 3y equals to 5. If I multiply the equation with 2, we will get the second equation. That means both the equations are same. So in that case, two equations are same equations. So therefore it has infinitely many solutions, and this system will be consistent. Now what can we say about this kind of linear equations? It is called homogeneous linear equations. The constant part of this equations is all 0. So in that case, if we put x equals to 0, y equals to 0 and z equals to 0, we can see that these values are satisfying all the equations. So therefore x equals to 0, y equals to 0, z equals to 0 will be the solution. Definitely it will be a solution. Now we need to check whether it has unique solution, that is x equals to 0, y equals to 0 and z equals to 0 only, or it has many solutions. For that, if the determinant of the coefficient matrix, if it is coming 0, then it has infinitely many solutions. If it is coming non-zero, then it is having unique solution. Now the question is, if this system has solutions other than zeros, then what will be the value of A? So for that, we will find out the determinant of the coefficient matrix. Now the value of this matrix is coming, the value of the determinant is coming A. So therefore the system has unique solution if it is not equals to 0, and if the determinant is not equals to 0. Now it is given that it has other solution also other than 0. So therefore the determinant of this matrix must be equals to 0. So therefore the value of A will be equals to 0. In my last video, I have told you about how to solve the, I will give some more questions on Martin's rule. So let me show you one question. So this is another type of question. We will solve this by using Martin's rule. So here we can see that the variables are in the denominators, and also we can see that in the first equation the order is x, y and z, but in the second equation the order is x, z, then y is coming, and in the third equation y, z, then x is coming. So first of all we need to write them in correct order, that is x, y, z. It can be y, z, x also, but whatever, the order should be maintained. So here we have changed the order. So I have written the order as x, y and z form. Now next step, what will I do? I will consider 1 by x as a, 1 by y as b and 1 by z as c. Hence the equation will become like this: 2a plus 3b plus 10c equals to 4, 4a minus 6b plus 5c equals to 1, and 6a plus 9b minus 20c is equals to 2. Now we will solve the system of linear equations for a, b and c using Martin's rule, and we know how to find out the solution by using Martin's rule. So without wasting the time, I will just write what will be the adjoint of a, what will be the determinant of a, and what will be the solution. Here we have the determinant of a. The determinant of a is coming 1, 2, 0, 0, which is not equals to 0. So after that we will find out the adjoint of a, and this is the matrix adjoint, the adjoint matrix of a. Now we will find out the solution. Hence we will get the solution for a, b, c like this. So now we need to multiply the matrices. Hence the solution will be 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 5. So therefore the values of a is 1 by 2, values of b is 1 by 3, and value of c is 1 by 5. Hence the value of x, y and z will be 2, 3 and 5. I hope these videos will help you for learning adjoint of matrices and how to solve the system of linear equations by Martin's rule. Now my next video will be on continuity and differentiability. Thank you.